and cheer for your Tennessee Titans. Let's hear it, Titan fans. Here are the offensive starters for your Tennessee Titans. At wide receiver from Rutgers, number 18, Kenny Britt. And at running back from East Carolina, number 28, Chris Johnson.
One here at LP Field. I'm Gus Johnson along with Chris Collinsworth as we welcome you to the Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. McAfee gets set to kick it away. It's fielded at the 2. The stop was made by Blair White. And coming to the field, the quarterback, who hopes to lead this offense to victory in this game. They'll set up shop at the 17-yard line. Now we have a first down and 10 to go. Number 10, pitch right. And the tackle was made by Robert Mathis. No surprises when it comes to this offense. They're going to run the ball and dare you to stop them. And why not? Because they have Chris Johnson out of East Carolina, perhaps the best running back in the NFL.
Yeah, Gus, we know what a wow factor that Chris Johnson has, but I tell you, the thing that has really surprised me, and I think everybody, is his ability to run between the tackles and take those hits. Everybody just assumed he would be an outside pitch guy, but he has not been. He has proved his toughness.
And Chrissy is definitely primed to be a performer to watch in this one. Let's meet the defensive starters. On the defensive line, you have the incomparable Dwight Freeney out of Syracuse, who is a beast up front, and he can dominate a game.
Yeah, if you give me one player to build a defense around, I would take Dwight Freeney, guys. To me, he just combines all of those key things that make up a star football player. But as great as his physical attributes are, I think it's his intelligence and his instincts that really make the difference.
Fourth down. The Titans ready to punt this one away. White will start running at the 39. And here comes one of the best in the biz, quarterback Peyton Manning, who played at the University of Tennessee, the fastest ever to 50,000 yards passing. It's 1st and 10. Dumps it short. Intercepted. The stop was made by Dallas Clark. So an early mistake, and they'll look to rebound on their next possession. From their own 49-yard line. Number 10 hands it off.
Yeah, but not all sprinters turn into football players. This guy is a guy with sprinter speed, but is a football player. He has the kind of toughness that you love to see and that speed that just dazzles.
First down and 10. Ball on the 40. He fights forward to about the 39. Gary Brackett was there for the stop. They line the ball up at the 39. Johnson gets it on the draw. Gary Brackett was there to bring him down. 2-yard pickup.
Gain of 2 on the play.
They line up at the 37. He'll throw the screen. And the tackle was made by Gary Brackett.
Pretty good gain that time on the screen. Anytime you get an opportunity to throw the screen pass, it has a lot of benefits, one of which is to simply slow down that pass rush a little.
They'll call on the field goal unit here. He splits the uprights. So after that kick, the score is now the Titans 3, the Colts nothing. Baronis is ready to kick this one off. Moore is back to receive the kick. And he gathers it at the 6-yard line. He makes it out to about the 27-yard line. Akeem Ayers was there for the stop. They'll start this drive at the 27-yard line. First down, 10 to go. A dive. Takes it up the middle. And when you talk about great players, you have to mention Reggie Wayne out of Miami. Still one of the most electric receivers in the NFL.
And it seems like Reggie Wayne has been making plays in this league forever. He's been so consistent for so long. It really is amazing. Here he is over a decade into his career and still one of the best.
And Chrissy is definitely primed to be a performer to watch in this one. Has a man to his right. On defense, it's a unit that prides itself on being extremely aggressive, and Cortland Finnegan from Samford is the epitome of that aggressive attitude. He's always playing full throttle, and he knows, Chris, how to get under offensive players' skin.
And he is a little bit crazy, as we well know. Not just in the games, Gus. This guy, when you go to practice, he is abusing his own players on the offensive side. He is full tilt all the time. Practice, games, it doesn't matter.
Throws to his left. Alteron Werner was there to bring him down.
Gain of 13.
From their own 45-yard line. The stop was made by Will Witherspoon.
Number 29.
A pickup of about 7.
Gain of 7.
So second down, the offense needs about 4 for the first. A dive on the handoff. 2 yards.
Ball carrier. Gain of 2.
Short yardage situation here. They'll need a little less than a yard to convert. A dive. Gets the carry. He's dropped down at about the 45-yard line. By ball.
1 yard gain on the play.
It's fourth down. The Colts lining up to punt. It bounces out of bounds at the 9.
Sometimes people take the punter's job for granted, but all you have to do is have one of those punters that goes out and shanks one, sort of like your golf game every once in a while, and everything seems to fall apart.
They go with the run. He's brought down around the 15-yard line by Powers.
6 on the play.
Still a lot of time left, but at the end of 1, the score is 3-0. Welcome back to Nashville. Looking to his left. He's going deep. Washington was the intended receiver.
3rd down.
Just about 4 yards shy of the first here on 3rd down. Still looking for an open man. He goes down. Sack.
Number 98.
Wow, he looked like a cyclone down there getting to the quarterback.
It is impressive when a guy that big is that nimble on his feet. He makes it look so easy, and it seems like he's past the offensive lineman as soon as the ball snapped. Tough to stop.
I'm just amazed he kept his balance.
Yeah, you know what's so incredible? He's running full speed and still has the agility to spin around the lineman, gather himself, and get to the quarterback. Just great athleticism.
White starts his return way up at the 49.
You know, I like that return. Nothing flashy, but it was really effective. The thing I hate to see are guys that are dancing around back there trying to be a playmaker when they're really not. At least he got up the field, got a few yards. That's what I like to see.
And the tackle was made by Alteron Verner.
The ball carrier on the play. Gain of 1.
We've got 2nd and 9 yards to go. Ball on the 45-yard line. Running out of time. It's a quarterback sack. Not many plays in the playbook designed to get this kind of yardage. 3rd down and long. Looking, fires it to the left. It's intercepted. He's wrestled down right around midfield by Saturday. And we'll have a 1st down and 10. Number 10 tosses it right. Picks up 6 yards.
28 on the carry. Gain of 6.
And just about 4 yards away here on 2nd down. They go with the toss. He's tackled around the 40-yard line by number 55.
On the play.
Now we have a 1st down and 10 to go. Ball on the 40-yard line. Dumps it out right. Gary Brackett was there for the stop. 10-yard pickup on the play. It's 2nd down. They only need a couple of inches for the 1st. Deep pass. He wants the end zone. Comes down with it. Touchdown.
Kenny Britt brings so much to the table as a wide receiver. He's really an asset to this offense.
And he adds the point after. Baronis is just about ready to kick this one away. Moore is deep, looking to return the kickoff. Taken from the 3-yard line. The stop was made by Vincent Fuller. They'll get the ball here at the 17-yard line. It's 1st and 10. The halfback with the carry. Chris Hope was there to bring him down. A 5-yard gain. Second down and 5 to go. Flips it out short. Michael Griffin was there for the stop.
And we've always talked about this receiver's big play ability. He may not be the fastest guy in the league, but you can tell he wants the ball in his hands in big situations.
First down and 10. Surveys the field. And he's able to hold on to it.
And I love to watch this wide receiver work. He is so patient with his routes. He gets down low into his cuts, and he really understands what the defense is trying to do to take him away, and he is working them over.
First down, 10 to go. And we're at the 2-minute warning. Has a man out to his right. And they can't complete the first down pass attempt. Second down coming up. From their own 46-yard line. Under heavy pressure. The quarterback had no chance on that play. Talk about raw determination by the defender to get into the backfield.
Yeah, not a lot of pretense on that play, huh? He is so strong, it seems like he can bulldoze through these huge offensive linemen almost at will. They're going to need to find a way to double-team him if they ever hope to keep him off their quarterback.
And that opens up room for other defenders.
Yeah, exactly, and that's another reason why he's so dangerous. You need two guys to shut him down, which allows one of the other defenders to get after the quarterback unblocked.
Manning gives it up the middle. And the tackle was made by Chris Hope. So, it's 4th down. The Colts ready to punt this one away. Goes into the end zone for a touchback. Well, their offense will now come onto the field in excellent position, already leading in this game. The offense will take over at the 20-yard line. And we'll have a 1st down and 10. Johnson off the left side.
And when your defensive line can handle their guys up front and not allow the offensive linemen to get down on the linebackers, it really gives those linebackers a chance to look great.
They'll face 2nd down and 10. Ball is on the 20. And he'll lose yardage on the play. And as we head to halftime, our score is 10-0. Welcome back to Nashville. Indianapolis will get the ball to begin the 2nd half. And he'll return it from way back at the 3. He gets this one to the 26-yard line. Number 29 was there to bring him down. They'll start this drive at the 26-yard line. Now we have a 1st down and 10 to go. A dive, the ball carrier. The stop was made by Will Witherspoon. That's a 3-yard gain. From their own 29-yard line. Has a man short to his left. Interception. He's got room. He'll just jog into the end zone. Whoa! And just like that, they make it a two-possession game.
What a tremendous return that was, and even better, now you have a little breathing room when you look up at that scoreboard.
Rob Baronis tacks on the extra point. So, time winding down in the third with the score. The Titans, 17. The Colts, nothing. Tennessee gets ready to kick it away. Moore stands back to field the kick. And it's fielded at the 4. He makes it out to about the 21-yard line. Justin Gage was there for the stop. The offense will start at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Here's the halfback. And he's tackled around the 21-yard line by number 93.
1-yard gain on the play.
Brings up 2nd and 9. So they have the ball on their own 21. Searching for an open man. Probably a good decision to throw it away. He was in danger of getting sacked, but he did the smart thing and threw the ball away.
And Gus, that awareness is something he's really known for. When trouble's coming, he has the good sense to get rid of it and take the loss of down rather than the loss of yards on a sack. And really, over the course of a game, this helps keep them out of a lot of 2nd and 3rd and long situations.
Not to mention, keeps him from taking unnecessary shots as well. They're looking at 3rd and 9. Passes out to the left. Michael Griffin was there to bring him down.
The Colts had a tough time gaining yards through the air in the first half, but that time they found some room. He stuck it in there and moved the chains.
From their own 46-yard line. Gets rid of it as he's hit.
Yeah, it wasn't close because the big guy was giving him a whack just as he let that one go. He was really under some pressure that time.
That'll make it 2nd down with 10 to go. Ball on their own 46. Incomplete pass. He just threw that one away.
Complete the pass. 3rd down.
Third down now, 10 yards for the first. Flips it out short to his left. Clark was the intended receiver. It's fourth down. The Colts lining up to punt. And they down it at the 1. And it's pretty apparent that just about everything is working for these guys today. Robert Johnson can hear the crowd in the end zone seats from this starting field position. Number 10 hands it off straight ahead. And the tackle was made by Pat Angerer.
On the play. Gain of 2 on the play.
Offense sets up deep inside their own territory. Ball on their own 2. Here's the give. He's brought down right around the 8-yard line by number 90. Third and short situation now. They'll need a couple of yards to convert. Looks left. Here's a short pass. He thinks he hauled it in, but we'll see what the officials say. And it is a good catch.
About as close as you can get right there. A shoelace, maybe just one cleat down. That's all it takes in this game.
The stop was made by Gary Brackett. Gary Brackett tracks him down, wraps him up for the tackle. It's number 5 on the day. Second down and 7. Ball on their own 15. Johnson takes the give.
You know, not only the top end speed, which is so impressive, but speed in and out of his cuts. That's the difference in a great running back. Anytime you can see a guy maintain that speed out of his cuts, that's a guy that has superstar ability.
First down and 10. Dumps it out left. He's wrestled down around the 35-yard line by number 55. And just about 4 yards away here on second down. They go with the toss.
Did you see how fast that linebacker was on that one? Not only did he recognize it, but when he did recognize it, he had the explosiveness to get there.
Third down and 10 coming up here. Ball on their own 29. Looking for a man. Picked off. Wow, he closed on the ball quickly and came up with the interception.
Yeah, he took a risk going for the ball there because he didn't have any help behind him. But when you're that good at closing and attacking the ball, you can certainly afford to gamble occasionally.
And it's amazing what talent will let you get away with. First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 38. A dive on the give.
Number 29 gets the call.
That's a 2-yard gain.
Gain of 2.
They're looking now at 2nd and 8. Ball on the 36. Here comes the heat. He gets the sack, and the offensive lineman didn't have much of a chance.
He delivered a perfect swim move, and he was into the backfield in a flash. That's a kind of his signature move, if you will, and he's had a lot of success using it to get to the quarterback.
And it didn't look like the quarterback even saw him coming.
Yeah, he gets back there so fast that even if you have quick reaction time, you're still going to get sacked.
So the sack brings up this 3rd and very long situation. Looks right, throws. And the pass will fall incomplete. 4th down coming up.
I don't know if that's the guy I want to pick on 3rd down when you have to have a conversion. He is tough.
Fourth down. The Colts ready to punt this one away. And they're already up big. That return just really puts them into position to make this thing a blowout. They'll start at the 20. And we'll have a first down and 10. Daylight. Gains his way to the 39-yard line. Antoine Bethea was there for the stop. From their own 39-yard line. So at the end of 3, the score is 17-0. Titans. Welcome back to Nashville. The Titans have the ball and a big lead as we get set for the final quarter of play. Runs middle, running room. And the tackle was made by Gary Brackett.
On the play. 5-yard gain on the play.
Second down and 5 to go. Passes out to his right.
And I love to watch this wide receiver work. He is so patient with his routes. He gets down low into his cuts, and he really understands what the defense is trying to do to take him away, and he is working them over.
They have it at the 40. Flips it out short. Pat Angerhorn was there to bring him down. Washington made the catch for a gain of 6. Second down, and they're going to need just about 3 yards to pick up the first. And he'll lose yardage on the play. The offense needs about 3 yards to get the first here on third down. Johnson gets it on the inside.
Looked like one of those old-fashioned rugby scrums there. A lot of big bodies piled together and nowhere for the running back to go.
And the kicker on to try this one looks to be a 49-yard try. It's up and it's good. And that was not an easy kick, Chris.
Yeah, it looked like a little adrenaline kicked in on that one, didn't it? Maybe even surprised him how far he hit that one.
Tennessee is just about ready to kick this one away. Number 20 is deep, looking to return the kickoff. Here we go. He'll return it from the 4-yard line. Colin McCarthy was there for the stop. They'll get the ball here at the 18-yard line. Now we have a first down and 10 to go. And looks left, throws. Collie was his intended target. So they'll face a 2nd and 10. Ball on the 18. He's looking down the middle. Throws. Gain of 9.
Completes the pass. 9-yard gain on the play.
So that'll bring up third down. Just a couple of inches away from picking up this first down. Short throw to the right. And it'll be 4th down following the pass deflection.
Just terrific play by the defense. They followed the quarterback's eyes, made a quick jump on the ball, and were all over that one.
Fourth down. The Colts lining up to punt. Number 83 starts running at the 32. He makes it to the 42. Robinson was there to bring him down. It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 42. Looking for a big gain down the middle. Gary Brackett was there for the stop. First down and 10. Johnson on the run. The stop was made by Pat Angerer.
No gain on the play.
They'll face 2nd down and 10. Ball on the 45-yard line. Straight up the middle, got room. And the tackle was made by Antoine Bethea.
Gain of 4 on the play.
We've got a 3rd and 6. Johnson takes a handoff. And they didn't get it.
Gain of 4.
And so we've reached the 2-minute warning.
We running that.
2 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. Dumps it out right. And he's tackled right around the 10-yard line by number 33. First down, 10 to go. Ball is on the 10. Number 10 hands it off. The stop was made by Pat Angerer. Runs for about 8 yards.
8 on the play.
Two, maybe 2.5 yards from the goal line now. Here's the fullback. Touchdown.
Great job by the big man up front there. It was simply patient running behind good blocking.
The PAT is up and good. Baronis will be kicking off. Number 20 is back to receive the kick. It's fielded at the 2. Gets it to the 21. McCourty was there to bring him down.
45 on the return.
The offense will take over at the 21. And we'll have a first down and 10. He's going to his right. Throws.
He's one of those quarterbacks who trusts his arm maybe a little bit too much. He should have never thrown that ball.
That'll make it second down with 10 to go. Ball on their own 21. Throws it to the middle. And he's able to hold on to it. Pass completed for a gain of 8.
Pass completed. Gain of 8.
Third and short situation now. They'll need a couple of yards to convert. They'll throw for the first. He's knocked out of bounds at the 35-yard line. And that was a huge gain through the air.
There's nothing like a big pass play to spark an offense. You can see the enthusiasm now, not just in the quarterback and the receivers, but also in those big guys up front.
Excellent gain through the air will set them up with another first down and 10. Fires a strike to the right. Dallas Clark was the intended receiver.
Yeah, but you have to be careful making that throw. Sometimes those are easily intercepted. You did a good job getting out of there, but that throw was dangerous.
It's now second down, 10 yards to go. Still looking for an open man. He's tackled at about the 31 by Tulik. That'll do it from Nashville. The game's top highlights are next. And let's take a look at the Gatorade Performer of the Game.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.